U.S. State of the Union message, is solidarity successful? President Joe Biden's second State of the Union address shows Washington's efforts to heal and rebuild America in a volatile world. On February 7, local time, U.S. President Joe Biden delivered the second State of the Union address. Like the previous times, this speech of more than 7,000 words spent most of the time on the issues of rice and money of American voters. Besides stating achievements such as COVID-19 prevention, unemployment 3.4%, the lowest in the past 50 years, keeping energy prices low, business development, President Joe Biden emphasized that the implementation of the welfare policy Social Security, Medicare, Inflation Reduction Act have contributed to support the disadvantaged and minority groups, ensuring equality and fairness, for a green and developed future. At the same time, this leader affirmed that the CHIPS Act, the recently ratified infrastructure law and efforts to revive the Buy American policy will help restore the leading position in infrastructure and semiconductors. Of the land of flowers. Pledged to tax billionaires, Joe Biden called for tackling crime, airport congestion, or gender inequality. Because he has spent a lot of playing ground on domestic affairs, in terms of foreign affairs, this leader only mentioned two issues of most concern, namely China and Ukraine. He repeated the familiar message that Washington seeks competition, does not seek conflict with Beijing, and vowed to continue to stand with Kiev, as long as necessary. A rare highlight is the fact that President Joe Biden emphasized that the U.S. has and will act if China threatens its sovereignty, like the recent hot air balloon incident. It's the same, but the State of the Union address this time still has one very different point from before. Republicans have now replaced Democrats who control the House of Representatives, the most important body in the U.S. legislative branch. Therefore, it is no coincidence that solidarity is the message throughout President Joe Biden's speech. However, despite calling for bipartisan unity and affirming his willingness to work with House Speaker Kevin McCarthy, Biden himself criticized some Republicans for kidnapping the economy, hindering the economy, Social Security and Medicare policies. Many MPs of this party expressed their attitudes right in the auditorium. Arkansas Governor Sarah Huckabee, former Vice President Mike Pence also fired back shortly after. More ironically, the Republican reaction once again proves the deep divisions in American politics mentioned by Mr. Joe Biden in the message. Can the bipartisan overcome disagreements and join hands to build so that the country continues to be the lighthouse of the world? The answer still lies ahead.